Hello there, my crafty friends. It is Candy here from sweetstamper.com, and I have some fun things to share with you tonight. I have a little swap parade, and I have some stamping to do with you. Actually, I have a lot of swap parade for you. And some of you are aware, hey Tasha, I hosted a large demonstrator event on Saturday, which became a 35 for 35 event. And that is something where Stampin' Up! Is celebrating the 35th anniversary. And in the midst of that celebration, they are sending some member of corporate staff into 35 different events. And so any demonstrator can apply to have their event considered. And it's a huge honor to have my event chosen. I mean, there's 35 out of the whole demonstrator base. So, and they're doing this in all of the markets where we are represented. So we are in North America. So that means the US and Canada. We are also in Europe, a number of countries in Europe. We are in Australia and New Zealand. So it was a big deal, and it was really awesome, and I'm still kind of flying high. Having said that, I leave next week for Norway. There's a lot to be done. I had my event at the tea room today. I just have to brag just a little bit on my cookie lady. So my cookie lady, Facebook is doing the black screen again. That is so weird. Just on my computer, not on my phone where I'm filming. Okay. I meet at this little tea room here in San Antonio, and I've been doing these events. They're little kit events. We make some cards from a kit. We have tea, and it's fun. Well, one of my ladies that's been coming is a lady who does beautiful stamping, but she has, in recent years, been doing more cookies. And she did a custom cookie for my event on Saturday, and she brought these today. I'm telling you, this is the logo for Tammy's place. It's called the Steeped Leaf. Tammy was absolutely, her jaw dropped. This is my event right here. And then she brought one of these for all of the ladies who gathered. I thought it was really sweet. I don't know if she even meant to, but this is copper clay. This is one of our new in colors. So super fun. I had to just brag on Becky. She does absolutely amazing custom cookies. So, this is all freehand that she does. She's and they're really good. I actually ate mine today. But they're really tasty sugar cookies on top of that. So, hello to Jackie and Kim and Tasha and Carol and Mary. So, Carol, you're coming from Minnesota. Yay for you. I love it when y'all tell me where you are. Some of you, I know you're in my local area, but I love it when and I love my local peeps. No shade there, but it is fun. We have people from kind of all over the country. So first of all, I do have a host code. I had to close out my other one. So if you are needing something out of that new catalog, I do have a host code. Are you guys getting this kind of black screen as well? This is so bizarre. Just on my computer. Okay, I'm going to proceed. So we had 20 ladies swapping at the event. The winning card is downstairs because we did do a swap contest. But let me just show you. So this is that new circle saying super cute, really cute card. Hola, Adriana came up from the Valley to be with us. This is super cute. This is from my friend Bobby Ganley. And she's a demonstrator from another team here in town. Is that not the cutest inside you've ever seen? That is a really beautifully finished card. This is lovely. This is that new, I can't think of the name of it. I have my catalog here. And I don't even know which die set this is from, but I like it a lot. And this is our new Misty Moonlight. No, this is Misty Moonlight. This is Moody Mauve. And I think that was a really pretty, very subtle, very understated card. Very pretty. This is an item that carried over from the spring catalog, and I love the fresh look of it. You know, it's amazing how you just change out the colors and you get a totally different look. So this is Lemon Lolly, and this is Berry Burst, and I think this turned out so, so pretty. Have a zesty birthday. This card I'm absolutely in love with. Oh my gosh. This is Crystal Wilson. She runs the creative challenges on my Facebook group. She is an amazing crafter. Oh my gosh, I love, love, love this card. This is paper. I mean, it looks like it's made of wood or something, but the exquisite detail on this, these little spools, these are all little die cuts. And look at the stamping here. I mean, she did such a good job. That looks like paper. That is not, I mean, that looks like designer paper. It's not. That is crystal stamping. And then she used an embossing folder here, just a little bit of linen thread. I think this is just an exquisite card. The Daisies were well represented. This is Jen Leindecker, and this is a gorgeous over-the-top card. I mean, look at that. We've got double die cuts. We have a stitch die cut here, ribbon here. This is the in color collection paper plus the daisy paper. I mean, this is an over the top. I hadn't seen Jen in years. It was lovely to see her. She's actually not part of my team. She's part of another team here in town, and it was really nice to have her there. This, I don't think there is a name in here, but I was very touched. This is actually part of my card class. This was part of my Cards with a Twist class, maybe in March or April. And I loved that whoever was swapping used a swap from my class. So that was really nice. I love that. This is Susan Rutherford, and I just love, this is a fun, really fun fold. Look at that. Because who wouldn't want an alligator on a bicycle, a koala who is juggling cupcakes, and look at she has put the little, these are the little, the ombre, not gems, the dots. So these are the little embellishments on him, and a raccoon with balloons to celebrate your birthday. Is that not adorable? I mean, that's a shut the front door adorable card. Okay, here we go. Beautiful. I love the way, this either got separated. Oh, there it is. Alicia Craig. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, you see, I haven't even looked at the inside. Isn't that beautifully done? I like the way she has, this looks like 2 4x2 pieces of designer paper, and she's stamped on that piece, which I do love that when you stamp directly on the designer paper. Hey, Margaret, I'm glad you are here with us. And all of this is on Early Espresso, which I think is a really good background to make all of these more muted colors really come alive. This is kind of a fun artsy card by Jill. Jill's part of my team. And I want to take this out to show you. So this is a piece of basic white paper that has been crumpled up and then laid back out. And then it looks like she probably did blending brushes on there, but isn't that a cool card? It has a lot of texture. She's ripped a corner here, folded down a corner here. So in some ways, it's very simple elements, but she used a cool technique to make it really special. Hey, Linda, I'm glad you're here with us. So that is from Jill. And I do like to keep them in these because I usually put these on my display boards in the little clear sleeve because that protects the card. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, come on, Candy. There we go. Okay, oh, look at these bright, fresh. I mean, it's kind of soft and fresh more than bright. This is Darlene Boardman. Isn't that cute? This is Lemon Lime Twist, which made a return, and Bubble Bath, which is such a fun, fun color. Really pretty. And this is that Birthday Bash paper. I don't know if that's the name of it, but it's part of the birthday suite. This is such a pretty card. This, I believe, this is from Melissa Thomas. And she's the top leader on my team. And look at these die cuts. So somebody was saying, I haven't seen this stamp in the stamp set. No, this is part of the die cuts. And this is that crafting is better stamp set, bundle actually. So this is just super pretty. And this is, life is better when you're crafting. That's why we're here. Okay, here we go. This is a really fun, these corner, I got to learn the names. I'm kind of, where's my catalog? Oh, here's my catalog. These are really, I'm dropping things. Let me just point this out to you real quick, because I will say this corner, Countryside Inn. This is actually, they just released a sneak peek today that the paper pumpkin for June coordinates with this. And I really like this. There's nested dies that are part of this bundle, and they're really fun to work with. And I like the stamps. I love, love, love the paper, the embossing folder. Yeah, I love this whole suite. So, and I'll try to get an email out tomorrow. Make sure you're on my email list if you're here. But one of the things that Stampin' Up! Is doing is there's an add-on for the paper pumpkin for June, and it's only $6, and it's a couple of dies. So when they did that last time, they did it with the, what's the critter? The Playing with Rain bundle, and that thing sold out really fast. So I already ordered mine this morning because I'm like, I'm not missing out. I want to get them. So it coordinates with this suite. I can't wait to see what they do with it. So that is for Paper Pumpkin for June. Okay. Now that wasn't really a squirrel. That was actually something that needed to be shared. This is that same, so there is the stamp with the cut and emboss machine, but different from, so here's the die. Here's the die cut. And there is the stamp, and there is a die that cuts it out. So this was really pretty, and this features the new Moody Mauve, which I love a lot. Let me see if I can figure out who did this. Let's see. You know, we had, I think there were 55 of us at the event. No, she didn't put her name on there. And then we did, I think they were we made 68 packets. So whatever the difference is there, we sent, those were people who took the event by mail. So, and we had 9 make and takes, which I'm not going to show you tonight. That's for another time. One thing at a time. Isn't this adorable? Silly Goose. And this is that Orchid Oasis. Ah, that's Janet Baker. She's part of my team. And she lives in Austin. I had a group that came down from Austin. I had people that came up from the Valley. People that came in from kind of outlying areas. This is really pretty. This is really nicely done. This is Lisa Miller. She is a sideline of mine here in San Antonio. She does beautiful work. And this is featuring the bundle that that I'm going to feature tonight. So I'm going to take a little break from swapping. I do have to show you, this card is from one of my demonstrator friends, and she sent it to me, and I just think it's adorable. I mean, you know, this is that embossing folder that is part of, it was part of the motorcycle suite. I think it almost looks like a baby blanket here. So I just thought this was super, super sweet. Okay. I'm going to hold off on more swaps, and we'll see, well, actually, card samples, because we'll see if we have time to do that, because, oh, let me show you really quick. This was Michelle's. And I've got a smudge here, unfortunately, but I thought this was really clever. So this was her swap, and this is just some designer paper on a white bag here. And look there, when you take this off, it holds the card in place. Like I said, I got a little smudge there, but isn't that cute? And that uses Moody Mauve, Wild Wheat, and Misty Moonlight. I thought that was really clever. Okay. Now, I wanted to do something with this tonight, and we are going to case a card, and we're going to learn something fun. And let me grab I need a, what do you call it? I need a bone folder. Let me grab one real quick. I said I was at the tea room today for my little tea and crafts, and I was doing a Facebook Live training. We have a training group for my team. Anybody who wants to learn about being a demonstrator and grow in some way, we do weekly training, and I host that with 3 other top leaders. It's a really cool group. Okay, so you can kind of see where I'm going here. Now let me show you my inspiration, and then I'll show you what we're going to do to make a birthday card. So I'm going to need this die here, and this didn't all get put away properly, but let's, here we go. There is my birthday greeting. And I love, love, love these colors. So this is Pretty Peacock, a returning color, Lemon Lolly, one of our new colors. And yeah, it's a deep, rich, gorgeous color. I'm glad you like it. Now, I'm going to go in one of 2 directions with a little piece of ribbon. Now, I could go with the Lemon Lolly. I do love this ribbon, but I think it might be too much yellow because I want a balance. And this is copper, I keep wanting to call it Copper Canyon. It's copper clay, which I think kind of brings in the brown background here. This is copper clay, and kind of brings in the kind of rich tones. So I want the yellow to be just a little pop, and I want the rich tones to really shine. So that's kind of where I'm going. Yeah, I adore this designer series paper. And then this was part of the goodie bag for the people who came to my event, and I really love these sequins because you get gold, you get white. Now the white are kind of I think they're white, but they're probably more of a matte silver. And then these super coppery ones, and then these kind of bronzy ones. So I think I'm going to use those. But these are, let's see, what are they called? Neutrals adhesive back sequins. I love them. They're super flat, really, really pretty. Now, let me show you the card that we're going to case, and then we're going to put this together because I think it'll come together really quickly. This is a simple card, but it's really sweet. So my top upline's name is, sorry, I'm reading messages here, is Jill Olson, and I'm really blessed to be part of her team. She's really amazing, very supportive. And I got this card because I was in the top 30 of her team, which is a huge honor. She has, I think, $3 million achievers on her team. So Jill is pretty amazing. And look at this. It's a window card. Isn't that cute? So I thought, okay, let's recreate this, but we're going to do it with a different pattern of the same paper. So let's see where we go. And the yellow is actually going to go on the inside because when I create this window, I didn't want white. The white flowers are already pretty large, so I didn't want white peeking through. I thought it'd be fun to have the Lemon Lolly peek through. So let's see what we can do. Let's put our Lemon Lolly on the inside first. And honestly, you know, if you like to put a light color of cardstock on the inside of your dark colored card bases, this is a really good one. It doesn't have to always be white. I mean, look at that Lemon Lolly. Isn't that just, oh, I love it. Now we're going to put, this is just a 5 1/4 by 4 inch piece of the Daisy paper. I think it's called, something, I'm going to get it wrong. Cheerful Daisies is the name of the bundle. And I wanted to just show you a couple of things about that when I finish making this card. This is what I'm using for my cards with a twist, and tomorrow's the last day you can sign up for that. It is actually my club, which you can take as a club or a class. You do save money, considerable money, when you take it as a club. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this through like that. Oh, you know what? I got my mini out, and that's not going to go through the mini. I need my big machine. Okay, bear with me for just a minute while I go get it from the other table. What was I thinking? Okay. Jeanette was over here today helping me get ready for Cards with a Twist and getting ready for my paper and ribbon share. All that has to go in the mail before I leave. So we are pedal to the metal in here. Okay, so I'm just going to line this up here so you can see it. And let's fold this out. And I think I want it right about there. Let's bring this down where it sits in place a little better. I don't think there's an exact, you know, just kind of that lower third. And then I'm going to put this on top. And did I keep it straight? I think I did. Okay. It's going to be good enough for government work, is what my daddy used to say. Now, I'm used to using the little machine on camera, so, but you know, our big one is really kind of cut through like butter. It's super easy to use. Okay, so let's just pop this closed. Pop, pop, not too loud. Nice and trim. Okay, so there we go. Let's see what we got. You know, to me, this is almost like a fun fold, but it's simpler. So look at that. Oh my gosh, I love this. That would be kind of a fun piece to use for something else. Now, Candy's going to be good and put the die away. Because, you know, somewhere in here is my alligator die, from the Zany Zoo. I made a gazillion swaps with it. I can't find the die anywhere. Do y'all ever have that happen? Tell me you do. Okay, now I got a little bit of smudgy, I don't know, something there. Let's see if we can get this off. Real quick, make sure that's nice and clean. Now, all I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp right through the window there, which is just fun. And I'm going to use Pretty Peacock ink. And, you know, my cards with a twist, I always work to use a small number of ink pads. And I did all of my cards with just 3 ink colors. Now, let me show you how to do this one, and then I'm going to show you my Twist Club class. Okay, here we go. Can she do it? Yes. Wishing you the brightest birthday. Oh, I like that. Now, a couple of other things that Jill did to make this really flash and really special. So we're going to put just a little bit of ribbon right around here, which I think is super fun. I would have never thought to do this. She is amazingly creative. I mean, really amazingly creative. And let's see, let's do this. We're going to do a simple knot. I probably cut way too much ribbon, but sometimes you just can't quite see where you're at. Now, you see how there's a little notch there? So I'm going to go all the way over like that. Now let's see. I'm trying to read the... Okay, so let's see. Deb is telling me that she was not impressed when she saw this in the catalog, but she has seen some really nice cards. I think, you know, this is why they call us demonstrators, because once you start playing with the products, you start demonstrating them, it's a different story entirely. The samples in the catalog by the concept artists are amazing, but they're flat, you know. They're on a piece of paper, and when you start working with these things, it is just the colors, the rich colors. I love, love, love this copper clay with the Pretty Peacock. I like it a lot, and I've got a really, seems like, let me see if I can get my lighting just a little better, and then I'm going to put a little piece of paper across here. See, I like what Jill did here. She put a contrasting piece of designer paper right there. So this is just the back side of this, and I think that I could just do that. I like that a lot. And see how it tightens up that little frame. Let's see if I can get a little better on the lighting here. If I do that there, I think it might. Maybe that's a little better. Okay, so let's put this down. And then we're going to add a little bit of shine, and that is done and dusted. I mean, quick and easy card, but a lot of pizzazz. The paper, I think, is gorgeous, and the die is really special. And making this into a little window, don't stick. Okay, let's see. And truth be told, I think my die cut is a little tiny bit crooked, but don't tell anybody. And let's see if maybe I can do that. I like this a lot. Now, I am going to use these dark ones here. And I took my take your pick to my event today, and I don't see it. So we'll just grab some of these. So let's see. Let's put them on the white, because then they'll really, really show up. And let's just add some sparkle and have it like raining down. Whoopsie, there's two. I like to have them where they're kind of a little group of them raining down. And there we go. Wishing you the brightest birthday. I think that's really fun. So here's the original, and there's my case, and that is how you case a card. So all I did was I changed up the colors. Everything else I followed the same. And that is one of the things that we do. And that's why we love swapping, because we get so many great ideas. And I want to show you a couple of things. You see how this would have been a little bit too much, because it picks up. The yellow, I think, really shines, especially with the window. So let me show you my Twist Club class cards. So I've got two here, two here. I've been prepping this class. Two here and two here. And you do get the 8 envelopes with these. You do get several yards of this ribbon and this ribbon. Now, originally when I advertised this class, my intention was to give you Wink of Stella, and I've added it to several of these cards. Unfortunately, Wink of Stella is not available, so it is sold out right now. So I had to sub out a couple of these ribbons. I was going to give you just a little piece for the cards, but I'm going to give you several yards, which I think you'll actually like that sub out. I think you'll be happy with that. And then you do get a half a pack of the paper. Now, typically when I give you a half a pack of paper, I just cut it down the middle. Well, with this set, I did not want to do that. So I'm actually mailing it to you in a 12 by 12 mailer, because how would you cut this in half? Either way you cut it in half, you'd be missing out in a major way. So you'll still get just one sheet of each, but I think you'll be really happy with it. So these are panels already pre-designed to cut out and use as layers or to use as card fronts. This is the pattern that Jill used here. I confess, to me, this is a bit busy, and I like to soften this, which is what I did, let's see if I can find it, with this card. I used a little bit of it down here, and then used a different paper up at the top, just to break it up a little bit, because I think it's a lot of heavy pattern and heavy color, and it's a beautiful pattern, but it does need to be broken up, in my opinion. And then the back on all of these are like in colors. This is the new Pebbled Path. This is the one we used tonight. Love, love, love this paper. Wouldn't change anything about it. And I used the back side as well, which is a mixture of Pretty Peacock and Garden Green. And then this one I love, with the Moody Mauve and Bubble Bath. I mean, what's not to love? And there's the Wild Wheat, which I love, the new In Color Wild Wheat. And then this piece is just, I mean, it's like you could just frame that. So this is where I pulled a piece of this. So I pulled a piece of this I pulled Sky for this card, and then I pulled a corner for this card. So a lot of fun things you can do with this. And there's the copper clay on the other side of this one. And this pattern is actually, I think, less busy than this one, because there's less white and there's more of these deep, deep, lush colors. And I think I try to use all the papers. Did I end up using this one or not? I thought I did. Maybe. No. Anyway, I really like that one. I like the bits of wild wheat. So, Cards with a Twist, it closes tomorrow. We have already started working on this, and that way any last minute registrations, we can just, add a few more die cuts to our kits, and we will be ready to go. Oh, and you get these dots too. You get these dots with the kit. Do I have them handy? Let me grab them. I like these because you get the copper clay, you get the boho blue, and then the lemon lolly. So these are fun to use. They are adhesive backed. I did want to, before we close out tonight, I had a couple more things I wanted to show you. My catalog is probably right in front of me. Am I sitting on it? No. Let's see. Here we go. I think that these are on low inventory, so I think people are using a lot of these daisies. When you open the catalog, I mean, look at that with all that boho blue, and I don't know what green that is. Oh, that's Lost Lagoon. But look how beautiful that is. And then most of these, this is done with a different piece of designer paper. This is done with the piece that goes with the suite. This is done with berry burst. So they've used a lot of different colors with the daisies. When you go to the actual suite, so with the suite encompasses the bundle, the paper, and the dots. So I added in some ribbon, which I typically am going to add some ribbon. So look at this gorgeous slimline card. Here's a 4x4 card. I think this is a note size card, and then a regular traditional size card. This is almost like a mini slimline. So, excuse me. They've done some really flash things with all using the colors that are in the paper. But I just think there's a lot of fun things you can do with it. And then, you could also find an extra sample. Let me find the bundle. It is called Cheerful Daisies. And these are in alphabetical back here. And, so you see, here is another sample, again, using very different colors than what you see in other places. So I like looking at all the different ways that the artists have discovered to use a bundle and then kind of go to town with, my interpretation, at least initially. So before I leave you tonight, I am going to show you one more set of projects, and that is from one of my display stampers. So I commissioned 2 ladies to make displays for our demonstrator event, and they were using a particular bundle. Now she made doubles of some of these. This is Lisa Ray, my overachiever. She made doubles for me so that I would have some, not all, of her samples. I mean, she went over the top. So you wouldn't think. So this is featuring the paper, and this is from, let me grab this, because this is from the birthday, is it called Beautiful Balloons, I think is the name. Like I said, I'm really still getting here it is, right in the front of the catalog. Paper is super fun colors. Here's the bundle, and then there's also this, almost like a wild card, this acetate paper with the silver and the gold. It's really cool. So let me show you some of what she did with it. So this is that kind of pinwheel quilt that she's done, and this is featuring Lost Lagoon and Lemon Lolly. Such a pretty combo. Now, look at this. This is one of those, I don't even know what you call this, where you do these slices. They're almost like pie slices. And then you see how she's put a little bit of vellum behind there? And this is all different patterns of that beautiful balloons paper. Such bright, fresh colors. A lot of our new core colors and returning colors, with berry burst being very much featured there. I thought this was so clever. So those of us who have the bunny from spring, look how Lisa turned the balloons upside down, hanging from banners, from crepe paper streamers, and put baby on there. I think this is such a clever, clever baby boy card. Love, love, love this. Now this is a really flash fun fold, so I need to take it out of the packaging. Isn't that pretty with the berry burst and then the, I think this is boho blue. So this lifts up here and this lifts out here. So very much an interactive card, and just, this is so pretty. Actually, I think this is Azure Afternoon. So pretty. Look at the little detail. I don't know how on earth you tie such a tiny bow, but she did. So my display stampers, I had Jana and I had Lisa, and they each had a bundle that I got for them, and then they went to town and gave their creative spin on it, and then wowed us with their creations. Isn't this a bright, happy, fun Father's Day card? I love this because sometimes we think Father's Day cards have to be all really dark. This is actually a tag from All That Dies, and I like how she's layered it. Very creative. Now, here we go with the Playing with Rain, which carried over. He's my favorite, the fox, and she's given him all those balloons. They all have Wink of Stella, and is not this adorable? I mean, just adorable. I thought this was so clever. And this is, again, the same stamp set, same paper, very different look. She's paired this with basic gray, an embossing folder, and she's got some micro layers going on here. This is the ribbon from the online exclusives, and she's just doubled it up. Here we go. Here's the Zany Zoo. Oh my gosh, is he not adorable? And look, she's put the little gem on his bow tie. So the bow tie is that's a little die cut, and she's colored him so cute. And he's singing. Is he not just adorable? I mean, a singing turtle with a bow tie, what is not to love about that card? Now this, I think this might be another, oh, this is a swap. This is Grace. I have this in the wrong stack. Grace, kudos to you. Let's show you what Grace did, because I think this is a gatefold. Look at there. Very nicely done by Grace. And see how there's that acetate paper, and she used the negatives for that. Very clever. Grace, you were holding out on me. Grace does beautiful work. I'm so glad she was able to be at our event. She's part of my team. So on the demonstrator event we did on Saturday, probably more than 3/4 of the people there were my team. And then, like I said, there were some other demonstrators from other teams here in the city that were there as well. This is using the negative of the dies. Again, I do love the Lemon Lolly with the Berry Burst. I think it's a really pretty color combo. So here's Berry Burst again, and she has just got these shining and sparkling. I don't know what she has on there. I think she might have put the acetate sheets on those to get them all shiny. And then here she did one of her favorite tricks, and that is she took the organza ribbon and colored the back of it. So using up the strips, and this was actually really similar to the mystery card that we had from our team meeting. Now here's another, there's 2 more of these that use, once you start cutting these, you can just make umpteen cards with them and just layer them up with different patterns. And she's used strips here. This is actually a die in that balloon, and it's like fringe. So really fun. And look, I don't think to do that, but look at that little layer of vellum behind there. So kudos to Lisa Ray. She gave me all of these cards. Can you believe that? And this was not even her whole display. I mean, amazing. So that is my demonstration and presentation tonight. We had a lot of swap parade and inspiration, and then we cased a card. This is my current host code. We made this card a little window card, which was a case of this card. Remember that tomorrow is the last day to get my Twist Club or Twist class. I will say when you do the club, it's a subscription, not a prescription, a subscription. And you do save $3 a month on the kit. So over a 6-month period, that's an $18 savings. And after 6 consecutive months, you also get a $25 goodie bag. So there are savings to be had when you subscribe, which you can cancel anytime you want. If you don't want to hang with me for the full 6 months, that's okay. But it's a popular club and a popular class, and you do get 8 different cards. And that is because when I started designing this way years ago, I called it Cards with a Twist, because it's the same card done twice with a twist. So instead of giving you 2 each of 4 designs, I give you 2 each of 4 designs with a twist. So you can see my twist is often the color. My twist is sometimes like everything. Sometimes I twist everything. Sometimes I twist the orientation. Here I twisted color again. Sometimes this one I twisted just the designer series paper because the card base is that pretty peacock, and then just a few different colors here. And this one is, these are 2 different bits of designer paper and then twisted quite a bit there. So that is it for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I will be posting some still shots of some of these over the next week. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care and God bless.